Yeah, Salakia. Yeah, so finishing out Matthew 24, it says in verse 8, and all these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay? So I want to jump to here, second Ezra, the 15th chapter, the 14th verse, and just going into what, the issue that that we saw, that's going in Kazakhstan. And it's crazy. I actually used to work with a group of guys that were actually from here. And the funny thing, they were, they looked, they had the mongoloid futures, you know, but were Muslims, which was crazy. It was a, it was a, that was, it must be in that region. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta look into it, but they briefly went over it and gave me some back history on it. But that was a little while ago. But nevertheless, they were, speaking on it, or I just, not even speaking on it, but I just kind of threw that in there because I definitely knew him. But as you can see, I'll just play a quick video. Right, so this is all over the world, man. You know, right? It says, yeah, heavy gunfire reported in central parts of Kazakhstan's largest city, Almaty. It says after police removed it to quell riots, Kazakh security forces have moved on rioters in Almaty. It says with heavy gunfire heard in the city center near the charred administration building, police say they repelled and attacked on their own HQ. It says leaving some attackers dead. Okay, a new attempt to dislodge violent protesters from the city center was apparently launched by the police and military on Thursday evening. It says witnesses reported hearing heavy gunfire in the city center close to the local administrative building that was overrun and burnt down by violent protesters on Wednesday. It says multiple military trucks apparently transporting troops were seen heading towards Almaty Center. Okay, so things are turning up, man. All around the world, and it's all biblical prophecy, man. And that's the point. Second Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's one of the points that I wanted to make when I think it was Dabu 7 that mentioned it. That and this protest, they a lot of the buildings that were getting attacked were the government official buildings, man. Okay. And when it speaks about neither regarding their kings or princes, it's just speaking about the current or modern day rulers, okay, which is dealing with, government officials, man. And it was so bad that he mentioned that a lot of them was resigning, right there, coming into that point because things is getting hot. Okay. So we see what, man, Ezra, first and foremost, which was a prophet of the Lord, and he received these visions, okay, to what was going to take place in the end times that we're living in. Okay. And he was witnessing these current moments or times that we're, living in now. It says, for there should be sedition, okay, or uprising among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go in a city and shall not be able, okay? You're dealing with martial law, man, okay? Martial law is set in place, okay, to ultimately to control the the traffic, man, okay, to control who's entering and exiting these cities, man, okay. And it's going to get a lot more, man. It's going to get a lot more tighter, and this is happening around the world, okay. It hasn't come here to the West, not as of yet, but these things are gradually coming this way, okay. It says and a man should desire to go in the city and shall not be able to, man. It says, for because of their pride, okay, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. It says, for because of their pride. Okay, so this is the reason. These are the reasons why, this destruction, okay, this chaos, okay, this anarchy, all right, is coming. And essentially it's all that can be alluded to judgment, okay? And this judgment is going to come because of the pride, okay, because of the haughtiness, okay, which is first and foremost the proudest man on earth is Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed, Caucasian or white man, okay, which their biblical identity is the Edomites, okay, but their spirit is what? They have a God complex, man. These people, they think of themselves, they sit themselves in these high seats and they think that there's, no one above them, man, okay? And what does the scripture say? The fool have said in his heart that there is no God, man. And they have done abominable things. And that's the mindset of the rulers and kings of this world. Okay. And what is that? Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, the 10th chapter, speaks about from the top, as the king is, so is his officers, and so are the rest of the people, man. So that spirit of pride is on these, especially in Babylon, man, or in America, the virgin daughter of Babylon. Okay, pride is just one of those things that it's man, it's like how everybody got to eat food. How you eat food to survive and drink water to survive. That's how people, that's how this pride shit is going on around, man. They got a whole month, dedicated to pride, and what is it associated with, man? The alphabet people, man. Okay. But nevertheless, continuing, it says, and for that pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid, man. Okay, so your houses, it says your cities are going to be troubled and your houses shall be destroyed. Okay, ransacked. Okay, it's going to be a purge level, level events that are going to be taking place here. That's why they put these movies out here, man. All right, they show you these things, what's coming. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor and shall destroy his house, their houses with the sword, and spoil his goods for the lack of bread and for great tribulation, man. All right, and this is what's coming. This is what's here, really. Okay, but with the process, okay, is that the Lord set in place. Okay, is definitely speeding up because He's speeding it up. Okay, so man, just be able to look out a lot more for this to be taking place, man. This is the season, and this is the time, okay, or age we are living in, okay, and that is of judgment, okay, and of deliverance, because there is a flip side to it, man.